Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a pair of 2019 Burton Driver X snowboard boots. This is one of the stiffest boots in all of snowboarding. It pretty much rides like a ski boot, but it's a lot more comfortable and easier to get on and off. It's for all mountain riding. You know, people like Terry ride them all the time. But as you see, like most people who ride them tend to ride bigger mountain stuff. And most are intermediate to advanced level of ability, if not very advanced. I suppose if you have like ankle problems, you don't want any flexion or extension, you probably should get the Driver X's. They are, again, the stiffest boot that Burton offers and one of the stiffest within all of snowboarding. There's a reason that pretty much all of the U.S. snowboard team, boardercross team actually races in this thing. They're stiff, responsive, and they can get the job done when you need it to. With that, of course, there's going to be a lot of support panels. You'll see there's almost like a triple style external spine along that backstay. The rubber toe cap is ultra hard, so if you're like backcountry kicking, you're not going to like stub your toe on anything. Notice that there's no articulation, there's no flex notches. This boot is going to move as kind of like one whole piece. There's not going to be really any lower or upper zone independent movement. The Driver X does feature that speed zone lacing system. It's easy to use, of course. One section or one pull handle controls the tightness of the lower, the other controls the tightness of the upper. Generally, when I ride, of course, I have my upper zones super tight, my lower zones kind of loose for better circulation. But they do feature New England ropes, which is a nice thing. And then there's this Power Up Plus style tongue. This is probably one of the stiffest 3D molded tongues, or actually it is, that Burton actually offers. So when you're bending over the top of that toe side edge, this thing's going to want to keep you in place. It's not going to want to bend over the top. So when you want to engage and initiate a heel or a toe side turn, that tongue is going to be pretty much the number one thing that allows those movements to happen. And then inside, there's a lot of stuff. There's a tough cuff. This is a bright blue, as you see. The tough cuff has a lot of lateral and medial style support, and that wraps around this Imprint 3X liner. But then there's also inside that sleeping bag reflective foil that kind of transitions heat back towards your body so you don't lose it out the bottom of the boot. And then there's that outsole. This is a Vibram Eco Step outsole. I believe 30% of it is actually recycled style rubber. There's a little of EVA style midsole that does feature B3 gel, but overall, this is the most rugged style outsole that Burton offers, with a collaboration, of course, with Vibram. You'll find the same sole in the tourist or backcountry touring style boot that Burton offers. And then there's this wonderful style liner. This liner is, again, this Imprint 3X. It's custom heat moldable, but it's body heat activated too. So you don't have to have a custom heat moldable machine. There's a lot of excessive support panels on the lateral and medial side. Velcro to keep that tongue centered, and a dry ride heat cycle interior that regulates your heat. So if there's a colder section, the warmer section will actually kind of gravitate heat towards those cooler sections. And then, of course, internal style J-bars. And then, of course, your foot's gonna sit on this. This is a level 2 footbed. It has an ESS support shank, an antimicrobial style coating, and a moisture wicking top. This is great. It has a little bit of arch support. But you'll see, like this, the overall shaping of Burton boots is really great. They seem to have a little bit more of a kind of like a squared off style toe box for better movement and circulation with your toes. And surprisingly enough, in a stiff boot like the Driver X, you actually have a really good amount of comfort. It does also feature a shrinkage footprint reduction technology. This size 11 Driver X has an imprint on the snow of a size 10, which is actually really great. Again, custom heat moldable liner. If you want a stiff and reactive boot, if you like the lightning fast precision of going from your toe side edge to your heel side edge, the Driver X is like the number one boot to have. Make sure to check it out, of course, at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let me know if you've ridden these things before. I know a couple guys that used to ride these things in the park. Like, I don't know how, but they did. And they rode really well. Subscribe to the channel over there. Check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you on snow. Peace.